A couple retiring has two super balances, two pensions, and someone to share the risk with. Retiring on your own, you don't get any of that built in. You have to build it yourself. Here's something worth pointing out straight away. Almost all retirement advice you'll come across quietly assumes there are two of you. The default examples, the rules of thumb, the calculators. Most of them are built around a couple. This is general in nature, so it's important to consider your own situation, because solo retirement covers a lot of different paths to get there. But the structural gap shows up the same way, regardless of how someone arrived at it. So let's actually look at where this gap shows up. The first is income. A couple retiring is often drawing from two super balances, and potentially two age pension entitlements. If one balance runs lower than expected, or one income stream falls short, there's usually something else to lean on. On your own, there's no second balance sitting behind yours. What you've got is genuinely what you've got. The second is risk. If a couple makes an investment decision that doesn't go the way they'd hoped, they're absorbing that together, emotionally and often financially, if one person still has income coming in. On your own, every decision sits with you entirely. There's no shared buffer if something doesn't go to plan. The third is decision making itself. Couples, even when they don't always agree, usually have someone to talk a decision through with. A second perspective, a gut check. On your own, that sounding board isn't automatically there. Big decisions get made in your own head by yourself. Income, risk, decision making. Now, there's also a more specific technical piece worth understanding. The age pension assets and income tests apply different thresholds to a single person than to a couple. It's not simply half of the couple's threshold, the settings are structured differently, and they genuinely change how much support is available and at what asset level it starts reducing. If you're planning on your own, it's worth knowing exactly where those thresholds actually sit for your situation, rather than assuming it works the same way as a couple's version, just scaled down. So what do you actually do with all of this? Build deliberately. What a couple gets automatically. On income, that means structuring your own balance with more conservative drawdown assumptions, since there's no second balance to fall back on, if you need to ease off. On risk, it means being more deliberate about how much volatility you're comfortable carrying alone, rather than assuming the same risk settings that suit a couple. And on decision making, it means building that sounding board deliberately. A trusted friend, a family member, or advisor you can actually talk things through with, rather than carrying every decision alone. None of this means solo retirement is automatically harder to get right. It just means the part that happens automatically for a couple needs to be built on purpose when it's just you. But if you're planning for your retirement on your own, it's worth checking whether your plan was actually built for that, or whether it's quietly leaning on assumptions that were built for two. If you'd like help building a plan that's genuinely structured for your situation, I work with Australians in exactly this position. You can find details below.